Alright, everybody, welcome back to Dark Souls, Soul Level 1. Right where you left us, I'm just sitting at the bonfire in the Dark Root Basin, and I actually need to rearrange one of my spells. I need to get my fireball back out.
He's a soul man.
We had a pretty successful first episode, I think.
Yeah, I didn't. I only died once, and I recovered from it pretty easily.
Yeah.
Alright, I hate Black Knights.
Ooh.
I hate Black Knights! Alright, so let's get back in the cave, because he doesn't come in the cave, because his AI is programmed that way. Get our first... So some people would say this is the best shield in the game. There are shields that are better for protection, but that's not the spell I wanted to use.
Oh!
No! Nope, and I died.
That's okay.
I panicked, and that was my fault.
And that would be too.
But a lot of people like the Grass Crest shield because it gives you stamina recovery. It increases your stamina regeneration.
So yeah, those 3 arrows underneath your stamina bar, what was that?
That's the buff saying that I'm getting stamina regeneration from the Grass Crest shield.
Okay.
And they don't have to be wielding it, I just have to have it equipped, so if I two-hand something and it's on my back, it's still doing the same thing.
Okay. Very good.
Now, the upside is casting spells, at least in Dark Souls 1, does not cost stamina. Running does.
Nice. Wow, that really took a lot of health.
That's because my Pyromancer Flame's a plus 10.
Now, Dark Knights...
Whoa!
Do not respawn.
Black Knights, sorry.
Black Knights do not respawn.
Do not respawn. They're also the cover of the game, aren't they?
They're used a lot in a lot of promotional art and everything. So later we're going to come across an enemy called Silver Knights. Black Knights are just Silver Knights that followed Gwyn into the killing of the first flame and got crispy. Crispy.
Okay.
Extra crispy.
So wait, the Silver Knights are the crispy ones?
No, the Black Knights are.
Oh, okay, I was about to say that wouldn't make sense if the Black Knights were not the crispy ones.
Are the Silver Knights good or bad?
That's a matter of perspective.
Ah.
There are 2 different endings to this game, and well, which one's the good ending? It depends on what you want to do. The whole game is very morally gray. It depends on what your ultimate goal is.
Now this is like a Titanite creature, right?
This is a crystal lizard. There's actually been a form of them, I think, in almost every Soulsborne game. Not necessarily a crystal lizard, but something like them. They give me Twinkling Titanite guaranteed, which I will need for a weapon upgrade later.
Yeah, so Twinkling Titanite are just materials that you would use to either create or improve weapons, right?
Yep, and that's what everything I just grabbed there is what's called the Ranger set. Every starting class, their armor can be picked up as a set somewhere in the game. The Pyromancer set is actually down in Blighttown, in like this really obscure corner that I don't feel like going to. But that was the Ranger set. And I'll point out different sets when we get to them. Actually, in the Valley of Drakes, that bridge that I passed but did not actually go over, the Bandit set is on there.
Okay.
So...
Right now, what I'm trying to do is get the Hydra to kill all these crystal golems so they stop harassing me.
Yeah, so the Hydra is back there in the water.
Yes, he is.
And...
He's the one shooting those water jets at me, and that hurt.
I didn't even realize that he could kill these things by shooting at them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I don't want to waste my resources killing them. I could, but it's going to make things harder for me later.
so you're just going to lead them into the path of
I'm going to attempt to.
Hydra water blasts. Oh. Now, when they die, if they die by the Hydra, do you get those souls?
Yes, I do.
Ah.
Any enemy death, regardless of cause of death, gets me souls. That's why if you go back to the first episode, I kicked that one guy into the water, got souls for it. Okay, we're going to get out of the range of the Hydra Blast real quick so I can replenish my health. Pray I don't die.
Now, I'm very interested to see how you're going to fight this Hydra.
Carefully.
Okay? Because like I said, as you get into the water around the Hydra,
There's a drop-off.
Yeah, the map can just be kind of funny. And you can just die. You can just fall into the water and die.
Okay, I was too late on that. Come on, do it again, do it again, do it again.
I guess the approach here is to run right.
Oh, come on! I need it to hit the rock without hitting me, so that I can run just as it's hitting the rock. Like right there is when I wanted to go, but I was still recovering from the drink animation.
Okay. Swooping in.
Also, when you get into water, you go way slow.
Wow, that is very slow.
There's one head.
Oh my gosh. What spell is this? Great combustion?
Great combustion.
Fire chicken.
Or as I called it earlier, big fire sneeze.
Okay, grab some good items there.
That was the knight's set. Oh, come on! The downside of the combustion spells is they have no range.
Got another head there. How many
Okay.
heads are there?
7.
Another one.
Now I can either kill this by taking out all the heads or by doing enough damage. I'm actually going to do this by taking out all the heads. If they will be nice and get within range for me. Because I have to be able to get to them before they start pulling away or else I can't get to them in time. But that one over there, like... I wasn't going to be able to get the spell off in time. Well, there's 3 heads left. Right.
Ah. Now, if I remember correctly, once the Hydra dies, the area that it was sitting in becomes an area that you can go into?
No, the drop-off is still there.
Okay.
But something does happen. You're right about that.
You hit it, but it didn't do anything.
It did 100 damage.
I thought you were trying to take out heads, though.
I'm doing damage to the heads.
I take it your big fire sneeze is out.
I am out of big fire sneeze, yes. And I'm trying to save my fireballs if I can.
Ooh. That was a big hit.
Yeah, the Hydra is not being nice today.
Yeah, and I think, if anything, this just shows you how difficult this game actually is. I mean, it's not an easy game, and to this point, everything has looked very easy, because I think you are just very good. You just know what you're doing. But it
I've walked
really
away
is
thinking that his character has a drinking problem. Because it seems every time things get hard, he has to go for a cold one.
Don't we all?
Well,
cold one
as
that
my
isn't
brother
cold.
has said, and he got it from somewhere else, one that isn't cold.
It's hardly a one at all.
That's true.
So you got one left. Now you're just using fireballs, right?
Yeah, because I'm tired of dealing with this.
So it seems like he's pretty content just to keep hitting that one side.
He is, and he's being frustrating about it. I have to say in the water or else he'll start shooting water jets at me again.
Ah, okay.
Which is what makes this hard.
Yeah, so he's actually...
Glitching in the wall there, yeah.
Yeah, actually attacking areas that we can't even get to. Alright, well, it's done.
Now, if you're coming back this in the intended order, you'll have passed the Undead Merchant by now, and you can buy a bunch of fire bombs. And if you stand right here and aim right like that, you can just throw fire bombs right at the body, and it'll hit every time. And you can and they'll never hit you, and you can just chuck fire bombs and kill it that way.
Oh, okay.
But I have not gone to the Undead Merchant yet. Now, I need to go refill my spells, because I do not have enough for the next thing I'm going to do.
And then again, because this was a boss, after you rest at a bonfire, it's not coming back.
So the Hydra is technically what's called a mini-boss. Because there was no actual boss arena, but no, it does not respawn.
Okay.
Thank goodness. The Crystal Golems do, though. We're gonna ignore them.
Like so many other enemies that you have in this game.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I struggled with when I played through this the first time, is I'm very thorough. So when I go through an area, I want to make sure that I kill everything. But everything just respawns.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of those games where you just can't ever clear areas or actually kill things on your way to a boss, because it's important that you have your resources and your health, and so it's just, for my OCD of wanting to kill everything as I go through the game, can't do it.
I'm the same way, actually. Like, there are trash mobs that are worth, practically nothing, and I still kill them all the time. It's like, hey, thanks for the 20 souls. I can buy half of a firebomb now. Yay. Go me.
Where was the undead merchant?
He's in the undead bird.
Okay, which is actually like
the first area you're supposed to go to.
Yeah, the first.
There are a lot
area.
of things in this game that should be dead, but are not dead.
Yeah,
but are dead.
Well,
Did they ever explain that?
That's most of Lordron, actually.
Lordron is
basically the whole. Basically, this game's world is Lordron, and I don't mean world as in planet. I mean like just what you explore in the game. Because in Dark Souls 2, you're in Drang Lake, and I can't remember where you are in Dark Souls 3.
Did you just come back to the same lake we were at?
Yes. I needed to go back to the bonfire to refill my spells. Now, you have to kill the Hydra in order to make something happen way, way back here in the lake. And I'm walking along the edge because, as we mentioned numerous times, there is a drop-off, and that's just instant death. Like I said, we killed the Hydra so we can rescue Princess Peach.
I'm sorry, Mario, your princess is in a totally different game.
different lake.
What does she do in the lake?
Well, she's not in the lake. She's trapped inside of a golden crystal golem.
Ah.
Well, it is kind of rose gold, like.
And he does not spawn until you kill the Hydra.
You could argue this is peach colored.
Now, if you kill the Hydra and you come back here and he has not spawned in, you can just do a quick reload and he'll be there. Sometimes the game doesn't spawn things as quickly as it should.
So it seems like a few fireballs is going to take care of this guy. Now, how come you're not using the big...
Because that has to get me close. I don't want to be close.
Ah.
This guy hurts. A lot.
Oh.
See?
Nice. Oh, well, he's not dead yet. Nice. Oh, wow, okay. I don't like this guy.
Golems are not fun. That being said, the blue regular golems are good for farming blue Titanic chunks if you're going with a magic route. A sorcerer run. Hello, Princess Peach.
What the heck?
This is actually Princess Dusk of Ulasil. And if you want to go back to the video and pause it, and you look really, really close at that giant crystal that was on top of the golem's head, you could see her in there.
Ah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah?
If that's supposed to be Princess Peach, does that make the Hydra Bowser?
Ooh.
Sure.
Does that make
so complacent?
Well, here's the thing. I would, if you're going along, if you're going to make that argument, I would say Seath is more Bowser because he's the one who made the crystal golems.
I feel like we should be Luigi because we're green.
Green.
And we're glowing green. And
yeah,
we're tall.
That green glow is going to be there for the entire game.
And nobody likes us.
Reminds me of that one SpongeBob episode where he has the bad breath.
Hi.
You gave me the ugly.
SpongeBob is so good.
Old SpongeBob is good.
Old SpongeBob is so good, yeah. More memes have come from old SpongeBob than probably anything.
I think one of my favorite episodes is the Alaskan Bowl one.
For anyone who's seen The Mandalorian, have you guys seen it?
I have not.
I was gonna say I don't think you guys are Mando fans.
I want to, but I just don't want to pay for Disney Plus. Ow!
The first episode of the second season is essentially just that episode of SpongeBob with the Alaskan Bullworm.
So we rescued Dusk so that we could summon Dusk.
Ah, I thought we weren't summoning anymore.
She's a vendor.
Oh, check that out.
And if you're doing a sorcerer run, she sells spells. Which I will show.
She sells spells down by the Hydra.
Sure.
She also sells the Ulasil Ivory Catalyst Catalyst is what you use to cast sorcery spells in this game. It has a fixed magic adjustment, which determines how powerful your spell is going to be. So before a certain intelligence level, it's actually the most powerful one you can have. We're also going to learn the gesture from her. We're not going to use it, but we're going to learn is the proper bow. Yeah, if I'm going to need to summon you again, don't care. So now I'm going to run all the way back to where I rescued her from. Yep.
Okay.
There's a reason for this.
Okay.
This sequence is a gigantic pain, but necessary.
Okay.
Because I'm going to get a helm that I'm going to wear for the rest of the game.
The waterfalls are nice, and the ferns are pretty.
Now pay close attention to the Darkroot Forest and the Darkroot Basin, because we're going to be seeing this again in a different time period.
We're going to see this area again?
Uh-huh.
Is that a DLC thing?
Uh-huh.
Oh. So is this what you're doing right now, starting a DLC?
No, DLC is the very last thing. I want that. That item was not there before. You have to talk to her to make it appear.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
I love how it looks like your Baywatch running.
Yeah. Boy, they really tucked this thing far away.
They did. This is also where now I will say this actually is where you go to the DLC though. So you're not wrong.
Okay. So you're putting everything on, or just the crown?
The Crown of Dusk. That has an upside and a downside. Upside, it makes all of my magic, which includes Pyromancy, 50% stronger. Downside, I take double damage from magic attacks. Now that's not that bad because there's not that many enemies that use magic. The 6-eyed channelers, Seath, maybe a couple others. Everyone else is like fire, lightning, or physical.
So you are essentially turning yourself into a glass cannon.
That's this whole run is glass cannon.
Gotcha.
Wait, I need to go back into that. Attune magic. My combustion.
You look like an elf.
Yep. Made even worse by the fact that I'm green.
Forest elf.
We're now going to fight Havel the Rock.
Dun 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 dun. Down in Havel Rock?
No.
Oh.
I don't know if I know this boss.
He's not a boss. He's an NPC.
I thought for a minute there you're like, I don't know if I know that reference.
He was originally one of the followers of Gwyn, but they had a falling out that's up in the air and unclear exactly what happened, and they feared he was going mad, so he got locked in the bottom of a watchtower. And normally you would need the watchtower basement key to open this door, but hey, master key.
Oh, is that him?
That's him!
Hello!
That's a very big club he wields. That is actually a dragon tooth that he's swinging at me.
Oh, this guy's getting wrecked.
Only because my pyromancy's flame is so high.
Your dodges are on point. Oh my gosh, we have a visitor.
Take your headphones off, Donald!
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Ah, Havel's Ring.
This video is brought to you by UPS. If you need postage or packages sent through the mail, use them.
So what I just got from him was Havel's Ring. That gives me a 50% increase to my equipment load. So now I can wear heavier stuff without being a chunky butt.
So wait, say that again?
I got Havel's Ring.
Okay.
Gives me a 50% increase to my equipment load. So right now my equipment load is at 70. I'm at 28.2 out of 76.5. When I take Havel's Ring off, I'm now at 28.2 out of 51.0.
Oh.
Which is majorly significant.
Yes. So basically, this just allows you to wear better stuff.
Heavier stuff. Better's subjective. Objective, but heavier is objective. I'm wearing heavier stuff. I'm going to be wearing Havel's Ring for a while. I love this. So this particular NPC, this enemy, would normally come and get you as soon as you came out the door. But because I haven't triggered him kicking the barrel yet, he will sit there and ignore me forever.
That's not just a long time. That's forever.
Yeah.
When I first came out, I was like, why is he not attacking me? Oh, I haven't triggered him kicking the barrel yet.
Oh, so there's another twinkling...
Crystal Lizard, yep.
Boy. Oh, wow, you use the...
Plunging attack, yep.
Oh, that's so smart.
Yep.
I didn't even consider that as an option. Alright, now this boss coming up...
is technically what's the intended first boss after the tutorial.
Yes, okay.
This is the Tauros Demon.
But we've already killed like 3 or 4 bosses since then.
We've killed 2 technical bosses and a mini-boss. Now, when fighting most semi-humanoid giant bosses, do you know what the best strategy is?
Cheese.
No.
Oh.
I'm only going to use it for the second half of the fight, but the nice way of putting it is stand on his junk.
Stand on his junk.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll make sense that after I do the plunging attack, you'll see exactly what I mean.
Oh, I didn't even consider using the plunging attack here. Ah.
Just stand on his junk.
Dang, okay.
For most giant bosses that are semi-humanoid, that is just one of the best strategies.
I think you get anybody there that's going to be able to...
Yeah.
Well, it's not so much hitting them there; it's that the hitboxes of their attacks it's very hard for them to hit you there, especially if you know the timing for rolling.
I like to imagine that in the future you open up a karate dojo and you're just teaching kids, stand on the junk, kids.
We're gonna say hello to the most well-known character in the entire Dark Souls series, Sunbro.
Sunbro?
Hello, Solaire.
Oh.
And this is the Praise the Sun guy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
He is a member of one of the He is a warrior. He's in the Warrior of Sun. No, that's no. Go back into that. Yes. One of the covenants. It's a cleric focused and a PvP helping covenant. It makes you more likely to get summoned if you're trying to help someone, and it gives you a couple of cleric spells, Lightning Spear and Great Lightning Spear, and then in New Game Plus you can get Sunlight Spear. And the reason you have to wait for New Game Plus for it is because you have to use Gwyn's Soul to get it. Kind of have to beat the final boss to get Gwyn's Soul.
Now this right here is a ladder you can use to shortcut.
Yep. This
Back
is
to
actually
the
your
beginning
first
of the game.
bonfire you're supposed to see after Firelink. Order? Order? What's that?
No such thing.
So where are we headed from here?
We're going to head to the Undead Merchant, buy some stuff. Then we're going to go, let me think, take out the gargoyles. And then we're going to head to Lower Undeadburg.
Can we go to downtown Undeadburg?
Technically, that's where we are now.
Oh. I have
Can't
a
you
hard time
tell?
with downtown.
Look at all the lively.
Shops.
People.
And odors and violence.
Yeah.
And if you look at the animation from the side, there's a reason I call it Fire Sneeze.
Ah. We look at oh gosh.
The
Oh,
ragdoll.
Friend!
Yeah, they took the ragdolling out in Dark Souls 2, and that was a detriment, in my opinion.
It's like when you have a spider web on you, and no matter what you do, you just can't get it off.
I don't want what you're dropping. Not interested in me. I'm going to skip a lot of items, and that's probably going to bother your OCD. I'm sorry. It
does.
bothers mine, too.
It does very much. But again, this isn't your typical
No.
grab the items, grind for levels sort of Dark Souls playthrough.
Now, if you're doing a dexterity run, he actually has one of the best early dexterity weapons in the game called the Uchigatana. It's a katana, obviously. He actually named his. He called it Yulia. But you have to kill him to get it.
Ah, which is a bad thing.
Not. It depends on how much of a murder hobo you want to be. No, I want.
Can you give that phraseology one more time, Daniel?
Murder hobo.
A murder hobo. Okay, just want to make sure that I heard you correctly.
Yep.
Do you think hobos get offended when they hear that?
I don't care. They're hobos.
Well, to be fair, what hobo has Wi-Fi and is watching this playthrough and they're like, how dare they?
Well, if they're any kind of hobo, they'll subscribe.
That's if they're mad about it, they should subscribe.
That's
and,
right.
like,
That way they know when
comment.
every new video comes out and they can comment their hate on it.
Yeah, exactly. Do that, hobos.
No, actually the term murder hobo is something that originated from tabletop RPGs.
Any specific one or just in general?
In general. I mean, no. Okay, it didn't fall.
Oh.
Nice jump.
Thank you.
Daffy
Now,
Duck
that
Duck.
bridge that I was on, where Solaire was, normally there is the Hellkite Drake is there, and
Yes.
he attacks you.
Uh-huh.
He is not there because I didn't trigger him coming in here.
Ah,
And as long as you don't trigger him, he never shows up. So I'm not going to. So he won't.
so you could Homeward Bone right now, right?
I'm going to here soon.
Okay.
And you grab a few more things first.
Homeward Bone essentially just takes you back to the last bonfire you were at, which actually
I used once already.
It's going to make it a lot easier for you to get across the bridge then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I don't have to worry about getting roasted like a marshmallow.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
Your disdain for
Bye.
Donkey Kong is amazing.
We're just flat roasting these guys.
That is rubbish. It literally has no use in the game. If you look at the item description, it basically the game criticizes you for picking it up.
I think that my favorite part of this game so far is them clinging on to you as you're running away.
Yeah, the ragdolling is really good in this game.
There have been times I've been bored and I've around a bunch of bodies around in an raised area, and I basically try and fling them over like the crenellation into the abyss. And I've done it, and it's fun.
Is are the bosses capable of ragdolling like
no,
that?
all the bosses disappear.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, but it was so sad when they took the ragdolling. I was just like, why?
So one of the aspects of this game that I really enjoy is the weapon upgrade system and how you can use the souls of bosses to craft weapons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do we do any of that?
We do not.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm going to use the Morning Star, and I'm going to get one other weapon later. I'm going to have to be a little murder hobo-y to get it.
That's offensive.
Don't care. They're hobos. Now, I was running in a serpentine pattern because these crossbowmen, they have a pretty good fire rate.
I see they have a good fire rate. They catch fire very well.
They do. So those other items weren't worth
So one of
anything.
them is a claymore, which I'll never have the stats to wield. And then the other one was a drop from the enemy I killed, which is either going to be a piece of the hollow soldier armor, which I don't want, or like crossbow, which I already picked up.
And so again, just getting to this point is also out of order the way that we did it, because normally your progress.
This would be where you would go after fighting the Tauros demon, because the Tauros demon, the exit of the Tauros demon spits down the other side of the bridge. But yeah.
But getting to the bridge the way that we did was not the intended way, right?
Yes and no.
Okay. Because normally there's a massive dragon who kind of guards the top of...
Yeah, the Hellkite Drake, yeah.
Yeah. And they would essentially make you go a different way.
Yeah.
To get to this point.
And cutting off his tail is one of the best early game weapons, but a lot of people says don't use it because it's a crutch. I say if you're new, go for it. All you need is a longbow, the stats to get it, and you saw where I picked up the longbow earlier if you go back in the video, and like 50 arrows, and you can just shoot it off from underneath the Hellkite Bridge if you know where to aim. Ow.
Ooh!
Yeah, the ones that wield the great swords, their tracking for their attacking is... Oh, good, I got a Titanite chunk. I wanted that. I don't want the great Black Knight great sword because I'll never be able to wield it, but, beggars can't be choosers.
Like, at this point in the game, you can't sell items, right?
You cannot. The closest you can do is later on you can feed items to Framped for souls, and we'll be seeing Framped later, but that's it.
Okay.
Like, I consumed Quilag's soul earlier. You actually get more souls if you feed that to Framp than if you just eat it yourself.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I needed her soul so that I could finish upgrading my Pyromancer flame to +10. So that's the key that... I do need that key because that opens the door that the Master Key will not allow me to open.
Where is that door at?
It's on... So, if you remember when after being the Tauros demon, I came out on the bridge and there was a locked door across where I came out from.
Ah.
That door.
Okay. So a lot of this game is like...
Very interconnected.
Yeah, so progress a little bit so that you can get something that'll help you go back and progress in different areas. And so, again, in addition to just being a difficult game combat-wise, it's also a lot of backtracking and exploration, which is made harder because there's constantly enemies everywhere and combat is hard.
And even at the end of the game, even the weakest enemies can kill you if enough of them swarm you. Combat has there's a certain weight to the combat in this game. The combat's very heavy, very weighty, but it's very fair. Like, the enemies follow all the same rules that you do in terms of poise and animations and everything.
Oh, it's a big guy.
Poise is a semi-hidden stat that's determined by armor and a couple of different items. But it's basically how many hits can you take before you actually get staggered. Heavier armor has more poise, but it weighs more, obviously.
That's such a strong spell.
Again, only because my Pyromancer Flame is plus 10, which it should not be, because the first person that allows you to upgrade your Pyromancer Flame is down in the depths, which we haven't even gotten to, even in the intended order.
So this pathway...
This is the Undead Parish, and I'm heading towards Andre the Blacksmith.
Okay. And there's
Former
another...
wrestler.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically a dwarf. When you
That's
see him,
ironic.
when you see him, it's gonna you'll be like, no, he's kind of a dwarf. You can fight him. Don't recommend it. His drop kicks will beat the tar out of you. Yes, he drop kicks you.
Okay, so question. So through the door in the top right.
That takes you to Sense Fortress.
Are we hitting Sense Fortress?
We're going to. You have to.
Oh my goodness! All right.
Well, not in this video, but yeah. Also down that way is Siegmeyer of Katarina, also known as Onion Bro. He does have a quest line. Okay, if I got that reaction, I have to show you why it's called Onion Bro. It's a visual.
I just like how you said it with such authority. You're like, his name is Sieg something.
Siegmeyer of Katarina.
Siegmeyer, but his friends call him Onion Bro.
No, the community calls him Onion Bro. Look at his armor.
Yep. There's probably layers to it. There's probably layers to him.
There's donkey. There's layers.
Now, it's a decent set of armor, but I don't like the that you can buy it later from a vendor. But I don't like it because it actually reduces your stamina regeneration by wearing it. It's like, why? Why would I want to do that? There's better armors that don't do that.
So this is the dwarf.
This is Andre. Yeah, do you want to get drop kicked by that dude?
I don't want to get anything by that dude except weapons.
Learn his gesture.
Was his name really Andre?
Yes, his name is Andre.
I remember...
He actually says his name the first time you talk to him, but again, I'm skipping through dialogue. I want you, and I want you, and I want 7 more of you.
I remember there was a meme about Andre the Giant that, like, because he was in
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride.
Yeah.
On the set of Princess Bride, they had to stop filming for like 10 minutes because he let out a fart that was like 45 seconds long.
Oh!
Can you imagine? That dude was just a monster of a human.
Yeah, he
I
was. He seemed like the nicest guy too.
He did. It's so weird. Like, literally giving some legitimacy to the gentle giant.
Yeah.
You know?
Even his character is great. I heard rumors that they're remaking that, and I pray that that's not happening.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I'm of mixed feelings. Like, yes, I like the original. It's like, if they redo it, I don't expect it to be as good as the original. Please don't ruin it. Please don't ruin it. I don't have much hope, but I can dream.
But at least can ask.
Okay, so we are heading to the gargoyles fight, right?
Yes, I think the gargoyles fight is going to be the end of this video.
Okay.
That should wrap it up nicely.
How confident are you in your ability to get the gargoyles?
I think I've died to them like maybe 3 times in all of my practice runs for the last few months.
Okay, so you feel good about this one.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Look at that schnoz. I mean, goodness. I should have named his character Jimmy Durante at this point. My nose enters the room 2 minutes before I do.
Oh, hey, another Firekeeper soul.
Yep.
So that'll be good for an Estus upgrade, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There are 7 of them in the game total, but you can only use 6 of them because you have to have a Firekeeper in order to use a Firekeeper soul for upgrades. So you have to, like, not kill one of them. Yeah, I hear ya. Powering them up. Good for you.
Now, these are like witches and wizards.
That was a
right?
6-eye. That was one of the 6-eye channelers. They do 3 things. They either try and stab you with their spear, they shoot a spell called Soul Arrow at you, or they do their little dance, which powers all the enemies in the area up. Which is why the hollows have that aura around them now.
So yeah, it looks like they are a little powered up.
And they hit much harder than they used to. Die. Thank you.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh. Imagine the ragdoll we're about to get. Holy crap.
I've actually had my frame rate drop in here because when they start piling up too badly.
I want you to give me the best ragdoll possible. Oh! Gosh, that's such a good feature.
Now, the 6-eye channelers only respawn in one area. This is not that area. They only respawn in Duke's Archives.
Alright, so we have collected a lot of, like, souls.
Soul candies, yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to use those?
When I need to.
Okay.
Come here. Thank you. We're about to meet Idiot Stick. We're not going to kill him yet. I'm not ready to, but we're about to meet him.
So I take it that means he's friendly.
No.
Oh.
This is Lautrec.
Okay.
His armor is called the Armor of Favor. If you look real closely at it, it looks like there's a bunch of hands all over, like he's being embraced. He is a follower of the Goddess of Favor, and he believes they have a personal relationship.
Ah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But they don't.
Unclear.
Ah.
As such, gosh, that mug. He does certain things in order to try and win more favor with her. Now, after you've rung both Bells of Awakening, or grabbed the Firekeeper Soul in here and the Firekeeper Soul in Blighttown that I did not grab, it triggers him to do an event. He's going to kill the Firekeeper in the Firelink Shrine. He's going to.
Okay.
Which is why I'm going to kill him. That's why he's Idiot Stick.
So that he doesn't kill the Firekeeper.
No, he's going to. I can't stop it.
Oh, he is going to. Okay.
I can't stop it.
Okay.
The only way to stop it would be to kill him now, and I'm not strong enough. Not by a long shot.
Gotcha. Okay.
And the downside is when a Firekeeper dies, the closest bonfire to them can't be lit anymore.
Oh, hey, you could summon someone.
I could summon Solaire. Not going to.
Okay.
Mildred is the only summon for a fight I'm going to do.
Now, this fight, I remember being very tough when I had to do it.
Yeah, you're going to enjoy this then.
Because there's 2 gargoyles here.
Give me a tail.
Gosh, that does so much damage.
Give me a tail.
So you're trying to get the tail off?
Yes, because he can attack with it, and I'm trying to keep that from happening. Screw it, you just get to die.
And then here's the second one.
It's going to take my last 2 sneezes to take him out. Oh yeah, you have fire? This is real fire. That's not a knife.
Dang, okay, well, there's that.
So we're just going to ring ourselves the Bell of Awakening, and then we'll call it a video.
You know what's sad is you're better at this game at level 1 than I was at level 70.
I have a lot of practice.
On my best character.
I probably restarted this game, probably over 50 times before I actually finished a run.
Okay.
It was a trial by fire learning process.
Okay.
And there is our second Bell of Awakening, which is going to open the gates to Sen's Fortress.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Which, again, not going to watch. Don't watch cutscenes. And that'll be it for this one. That ugly mug will be staring right back at you when we come back to the next video.
Could you, like, stand close to a wall so we can
Very
get a zoom in
satisfying.
on his...
Hello.
Hello there.
Hi.
I've
Do you like the bells? His face rings a bell.
Well, alright, well, there you go. What's coming up next? You said Sen's Fortress?
No, Sen's Fortress is not next.
Oh.
Next, we're actually heading down to the lower Undead Burg.
Okay,
Yep.
alright. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, tell Daniel he's doing a great job, tell Donald that he's doing a great job. You didn't say what you want about me, I don't care. Bye. See y'all.
Later.